Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to do a political reading, and I'm sitting here at a lovely state park, so I'm enjoying the nature. I feel like sometimes I get more in touch with Source when I'm sitting near all this beauty. So I hope you enjoy it too. So I would like to read on future women's rights. I read with a lovely group last night, and this was the topic we all read together on. Oh, that was so fun. But, there's some mixed results. So let us see. I'm going to ask these questions. Roe v. Wade was overturned, right, by the SCOTUS, who now has way too many conservative judges because Trump got to appoint a few. Yeah, because, dirty dealings. Republicans not allowing Obama to replace the judge that Obama should have been able to replace. But anyway, now we have this very conservative majority, and they overturned Roe v. Wade in spite of reassuring everybody they would not. So we had Kansas vote to codify abortion rights. I am wondering if other states will do the same. I read on that before, and I thought I saw that they would. So let us see. We have the Five of Swords. I think, there will be more states. Yes, there will. That's sort of a victory card. That's sort of like, oh no, we're laying it down here. We're putting the line down with that sword. It's sort of like that. And let us see. We have the Three of Swords. However, there will be attempts in some states to codify abortion rights, and it won't work because they have too many Republicans in their state legislatures, and maybe even some conservative Democrats who don't want to go on record as codifying, protecting abortion rights. So we do have a struggle, don't we then? The federal bill, so Biden is working on a federal bill to, or it's probably the House, legislators are working on a federal law to protect abortion rights. But Biden himself today said, we don't have enough votes. Please vote in November. We don't have enough positive votes. Yeah, so he's bringing an offer. They're bringing an offer. It looks good, but there aren't enough positive votes. Three of Cups. However, it's worthwhile to do because the language will be there. That is very worthwhile to do. Worthwhile to hammer it out. I feel like the Dems are hammering out. There are some hardworking Democratic representatives and senators, and I feel like they're hammering out the details of not just one bill, but a few, that with different wording so that they're prepared. They just so much hope that they get the numbers in the Senate after November. Will this work? Will there be a federal law protecting abortion after November? Queen of Wands. It's coming. That means it's coming. Because the Queen of Wands always is sort of the feminine rising. And sometimes Democratic female lawmakers, leaders. Four of Swords. We're going to have more bad news before then. And then this will be on the House floor, right? Talking about instances where we've gone backwards because women have tried to have hurt themselves doing abortions, or, all these tragic stories that we know will be coming out. So this will be interesting. But yet I get the sneaking feeling like it's not right away. What is that? King of Coins. There's a lot of money not wanting this to happen. Eight of Wands. There will be a lot of things to work through is what I'm getting. There will be a lot of things to work through. after November. Yeah, guys, I wouldn't count on it happening right away after November. I just see a bit of a longer haul. I see on the state level more positive things happening after November for protecting these rights. But I do believe Four of Coins, okay. States that have the states that have blocked this, blocked abortion. I'm sorry, there's people driving in the background. Distracted me a little bit. States that have blocked this in the back, and the abortion rights, I feel like there's backlash at them. I feel like there's a lot of citizens who are not happy with this. I feel like they're feeling the pressure. So that Four of Coins to me says it will be difficult for additional states to do that. They're not going to want to do that. That's what I'm hearing there. That's what I'm hearing there. You know, like some of this was impulsive. Some of those laws were trigger laws, right? They were written and ready to go into effect, and there are a lot of citizens not at all happy with it. So they're going to have to, a lot of these states that have had trigger laws are going to have to go back to the drawing board and change this, because people are not happy with the idea of doctors going to prison for performing an abortion, or people going to prison for helping somebody drive to another state for an abortion. And again, there'll be these awful stories. So yeah, this is not over. This is not over, but we do have to vote. We do have to use our voices. Absolutely. Let's look at women's rights in general. Let's look at women's rights in general. And you know, it is true that we never did get the Equal Rights Amendment added to the Constitution. Does that ever happen? Little bit of good news, certainly renewed interest in it. The World card, yeah, that happens. That happens. Good. Okay. But I think there's fights. I think there's, you know, I do think that too many Republicans are going to get voted out. Not in my mind, but to the Republican Party. And that they're going to be really looking at that. People are driving because, do you see the bison coming closer here? They want the very healthy bison herd here. So that's why. So I start this reading and the bison come closer and then all the cars come. Oh goodness. There's so many little calves this spring. It's so cute. Anyway, what else? Okay, I'm just so happy that we are going to get something like the Equal Rights Amendment. It might even be called that. We will get it. Timing? New beginning, renewed interest in it. That's what I'm hearing. Renewed understanding of why we need it. That's what I'm hearing. Very, very good. Okay. Okay, I'm back. And this one flipped out of the deck as I was shuffling. I'm still laughing at the bison coming near us. This happens when I do readings. My cat will come in. I mean, when I do readings outside, all these birds start flying near. So, I mean, I'm not Snow White or anything, but it's just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny. I feel like there might be guides that love animals, or just the spiritual energy or something that happens. Well, let's see what else. Okay, yes, we will get the ERA. There is a new renewed interest in it. This generation of young women, oh boy, they're going to fight for. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. Do we need to worry about, you know, just really, you know, more women's rights being hammered at, being curtailed? Do we need to worry about that? Five of Wands. We're going to hear a lot of debate about other scary things that they're trying to do that really do attack women's rights. So yeah, there's a plan. Absolutely, there's a plan. There are moneyed interests. They want it to be 1950 again, and they've romanticized 1950. So, you know, 1950 wasn't as great as they seem to think it was. And it's impossible to recreate it. And do we want to? I mean, my goodness, sexism, racism, oh lordy, homophobia. No, we don't want that. No. Oh, yep, there has been a plan though to try to recreate that. Yeah. Oh gosh. And we're actually, Gen Z, however, is going in the other direction. They're hating homophobia. They're hating bigotry. They're hating homophobia. They're just hating all that stuff. Sexism. Yeah, they don't like any of that. They want equal rights for everybody, every person. Gen Z, are they going to get it done? Yeah. Oh yeah. This is all happening on social media during their growing up years. Now, I've got 2 Gen Z kids at home, 2 Gen Z girls still at home, and they are mad. I mean, they are mad about Roe v. Wade overturned. And the girls that they're talking to online are mad. So what can we expect of Gen Z regarding women's rights? We should be very, very hopeful. Yes. People say that our values have eroded. There's something to that. In some ways, values have eroded in our culture in the U.S. here. But other values have sprung up and strengthened, like inclusivity, equality of opportunity, work-life balance. There are other, loving, being able to love the people you love. All these, there are other values that are coming up, and I'm very hopeful, actually. I believe that, the value system is going to get stronger from here. The values that create the fabric of society. Yeah, and at least we stand our ground. It doesn't get worse. Okay. We have, yes, there's more of, people really, oh yes, these are going to be looked on as dinosaurs. These politicians with their angry rhetoric, and just, I'm fighting to win, and that's all there is to it. I don't care about the truth. I don't care about fairness. That Knight of Swords. This is going to become really anathema. As these men retire or they drop out of politics, and we have the younger generation coming up. They have work ahead of them. 7 of Cups. Okay, well, we need to work for the best instead of, but, there is nothing wrong with understanding the risks. I don't think it's any accident that The Handmaid's Tale came out on series a few years ago. I don't think there's any accident in that. I think that we do need to understand the risks. There have been many countries where progressive ideas were supplanted by, oppressive, so-called traditional ideas. So, but in the U.S., Hierophant, our governmental laws are strong. They're strong enough. The court systems are honest enough. I do think there are judges who've been corrupted, but it's honest enough, and the reading of the laws will be honest enough. Okay. Retreat. However, this has been a step back. For women's rights. It absolutely has. Okay. We're going to have a lot of studies. We're going to have a lot of research. We're going to have a lot of polling to find out exactly what the voters want. Because even many voters identify as pro-life, though they do believe that abortion should be protected for this, and this, and this. And maybe even they're technically pro-choice because they may be pro-life personally, but they're not going to impose that on somebody else. So I think there are those who would identify as pro-life who really are technically pro-choice. So I think there's going to be a lot of investigation and a lot of fine-tuning, like what does the American public want? Because this is not what the American public wants. 3 of Wands. Yeah, so that means it takes a little while. Okay, but that also means the fight is the effort that we put in to see the payout. That means that. Okay, Source, is there anything else we should know? We have the King of Coins. Yeah, moneyed interests. Moneyed interests. Yeah, the Republican Party really harnessed pro-life narrative, anti-choice narrative, it's murdering babies narrative, really extreme rhetoric. They really harnessed, grew it and harnessed it to get some votes. So that's what's going on. That's what's happened. And we need to watch them because that's still happening. All right. Well, we remain involved. We remain attentive. We're getting more attentive because, yes, that plan is still behind the scenes. So we're being left with this reading with a caution, like remain attentive, write, speak, vote, protest peaceably, all those good things. All right. But I think the victory will be for women's rights. I know it. I thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.